and welcome to our little corner of the internet. We're so excited you're here. I'm Charlotte and this is my husband Carl, along with our cheeky little boy George and our crazy Cocker Spaniel Arnie. We've just moved into a 3-bed bungalow on an acre of land and it's about to get a serious makeover. After years of living in military accommodation and always being miles away from family, we made a big decision. We're now living under one roof with my parents Martin and Cheryl. 3 generations coming together to build a family home filled with support, love, and homegrown produce. We'll be sharing our journey of renovating the bungalow, transforming our 1-acre garden into a kitchen garden, and learning to live more simply and sustainably together. This is more than a renovation, it's about creating a slower, connected way of life, real family life, real progress, and probably a few real mishaps along the way. If that sounds like your thing, we'd love for you to follow along. Like, subscribe, and come say hello. We're just getting started.
Okay, so welcome to our 1-acre garden. This is the tour of the land. Very similar to the bungalow. It has bags of potential which is yet to be realised. So we'll move around, I'll show you the various sections and with a rough idea of what we're going to do. It's very early days, we haven't got a fully formalised plan yet, but we have ideas and we'd be interested in your comments. So for the purposes of simplicity, we're going to break the garden down into thirds. The top third here is right next to the bungalow and it's what we're going to call the garden. It'll be a conventional garden, we'll have a much larger, nice patio. The first issue is all the hedges. The whole bungalow, the whole acre is surrounded by hedging and it's out of condition, it's grown ragged, it's not been maintained for quite a while. So that's my first priority because that's what the neighbours see and we'd like to create a good image with the neighbours. So like I say, this is the top third, it's purely grass. We will have a much larger patio moving out towards the garden, and then over here there's an area for development. More about that later. Right, George is 2, he was 2 this week, so we have to think about his safety, and we have here a really poor pond. It's full of weed and years of neglect mean that it's full of sludge and detritus, and quite frankly it's a blimmin' eyesore. So the first thing we'll do from the safety aspect is we're going to knock out the side wall and drain it. We've then got the headache of what we do with it, and that's a little bit undecided at the moment. One thought was that when we build the patio, a lot of this rock can go in the base as foundations, but we've yet to make a decision on that. So the pond has to go, and then these shrubs, the wisteria, very evergreen, I don't know what that is, but there's a weigela there. They're blocking the view from the house of this wonderful acre, so they're all going to go. The section here is the middle section. We're going to leave this mostly as grass. As George grows and needs more room to play football and play generally, we think this will be a nice area for him, Arnie the dog, to just stretch their legs. We have quite a feature tree here. It's called a cigar tree. I've never come across one before. Very exotic looking, and it creates a lovely area underneath for shade. George has got a swing, we've got a little table and chairs. It's a lovely little feature. I'll move all the primroses, the snowdrops, the narcissi from the allotment, and we'll underplant that tree, and that'll be a lovely feature in the spring. And then the rest of this will remain as grass. Right, as far as I'm concerned, as a vegetable grower, this is the main event. This bottom third of the garden, which is about 3 times the size of my 2.5 allotments that I had. This, where the long grass is where we're going to grow our fruits and vegetables. This will be the Homegrown Haven kitchen garden. At the moment, very early days, our plan is to trim back the grass, take out the saplings that are all over the ground, and then chop down the major trees. Most of them are damsons that are dead, dying, diseased, or in the wrong place. We'd like to keep as many of them as possible, and so we're going to divide this land into two halves. One will be a generic kitchen garden, and the other half, off to my right, your left, will be an orchard. So I've described the 3/3. This section I like to call the working section. So we have a large shed which has a lot of boxes in at the moment because we haven't quite finished putting stuff in the house. Then we've got an area here, I don't know what this was previously, but my thinking is a very large fruit cage. Then we have a rather run-down and dilapidated greenhouse. We'll renovate that. It won't be the main greenhouse, we'll have a nice brand new feature greenhouse in the kitchen garden, but this would work very well for tomatoes, cucumbers, etc. And there's a section at the back that is cut off from the main greenhouse, which will be great for seedlings. So that's the greenhouse. Between the greenhouse and the bottom corner where there's a woodshed, there's a large area, and that's where I'm going to put the compost bays, based very much on the Charles Dowding model. And lastly, on the side of the bungalow, sort of separated from the rest of the garden, is this little hard standing. It would be ideal for a barbecue area. I think the previous owners had a trampoline here for their children, but we have allocated this area to a secret project that we'll let you know far more about, but we've already made the first tentative inquiries and plans for what we're going to do with this. It's all very exciting, and we'll let you know more in another video. Well, that's giving you a flavour for the garden, for the 1 acre that we have here. It won't come as a surprise for you to know that we are extremely excited about the potential for this land. It's the main reason we bought this property. Unfortunately for me, my van has been in for repairs the whole time we've been in. We've been in 2 weeks now, so I've not been able to get my teeth into the garden, and I've been banned from coming out here by the ladies, and I've had a paintbrush in my hand. So I am absolutely thrilled that my van is sat there with the tools and I am ready to get stuck in. So hope you've enjoyed the little tour we've given you. It's a taster, a tease of what's to come. We've already made huge progress in the bungalow. We're about to do the same on the land. So please, if you think you'd enjoy what's going to happen here, come back for more, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and please do leave a comment. Any suggestions gratefully received, because I'm a little bit baffled and overwhelmed by all this land and what to do with it. So hopefully we'll see you in a future video when we show you some more of our progress. Bye bye for now.